Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today I got a whole bunch of knives from this company that kind of has a blend of a few different companies under, their brand, I guess you could say, which leads to an incredible catalog of knives. So this is Rainblade, and if I forget any of the names, I'll write them at the bottom of the screen for you. We're going to go through these pretty quickly because we have a bunch of them, but all of these knives are made at a top tier level. We have a Harpoon clip point dual ground blade with zircotie inlays and a zircotie bolster, running a titanium liner with a steel lock bar insert that has ridiculously smooth action. If you look, you can actually see through the knife right there, which is pretty incredible. What a beautiful piece. Oh yeah, zirconium backspacer as well. Titanium mill pocket clip. Blade steel is M390. What a gorgeous piece. And my goodness, does this thing have incredible, incredible action. Now, I also have their brand new model. Now, this one might not even be your style, right? But these guys do crazy stuff. So this is their newest model. They just dropped this. You might remember this one from Forever Steel, which this comes out, so you can pop this thing out, so you just have the hole and you don't have the wave. But if you want the wave, you got it. It is a titanium integral with a wire clip, frame lock, wave feature, incredible action, and it is obviously a self-defense style knife. Now this one also is a self-defense style knife, but check this out. This thing has a very unique pocket clip. This is actually the pocket clip right there. So what you do is you push this and then it pops out, and it does work. And then when you put your pants under there, it actually pulls out a little bit more and goes nice and snug in the pocket, and then reveals the ring so you can, deploy it and get it into, whatever grip you want. Now, I am a little confused because there's no wave feature. However, this thing is a titanium integral built with an extreme level of tolerance and just precision. Incredible action. It has a reverse flicking hole on this side. Then it also has the front flipper, and it has these studs that are actually the stop pin. So the stop pin in the closed and open position, which is really cool. It is, a unique style blade. I think they said it took them 2 years or something like that to get this grind just right. If you look, it is I don't even know what to call it. It is definitely a compound grind, definitely unique. And it has a titanium frame lock, steel lock bar insert, incredibly smooth action. But what confuses me on this one is just when you pull it out, if I have it in the pocket like this and I pull it out, I don't have a wave feature. So the only way I can think to open it is to like fling it or something, or possibly drag the front flipper over something and then circle it around and get it in this grip. But regardless, it's really cool. Now this is a pivot. I'm not sure. It almost looks like a locking pivot, and you'll understand why I'm wondering that right now here in 1 second. But this is their newest model, and it's pretty damn cool. It's definitely unique. It's definitely not something you see every day, which, is something that appeals to a lot of knife collectors. Now, the reason why I was looking at that is because of this model, the Dracula. So the Dracula has one of the largest button locks I've seen as far as the plunge goes. Look at the size of that. It is incredibly big, and you can lock it. So you can prevent it from being able to close. So now if I push the button, it's not just like if I accidentally push the button, it's not going to disengage if you wanted to do it like that. But I will say that I found out on my visit to WorkSharp, as they were designing their version of their button lock, they found that the larger the plunge, the more reliable, durable, and stronger it got. And I'm talking about like by far, by leaps and bounds. So that is the biggest difference in when you see companies that are doing a really good button lock versus one not doing a good button lock is typically the size of the contact point. This one is very big. Nice large thumb studs as well. We have a hawk bill blade. Look at this thing. This thing is nasty. M390 steel. And you can see this is number 1 out of 199. I'm not sure if they might have made more. I'm not positive. Titanium mill pocket. And again, this is a titanium integral knife. This is a cool knife. I dig this one a lot. Like a lot. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but you know, you're getting a lot for your money on this one. This next one, man, like I said, I'll put the names at the bottom of the screen. This one has a little bit of a trailing clip point tanto, but it's not dual ground. It's just a complete hollow. And it has this micro milled titanium frame lock, or sorry, titanium scales with a titanium liner lock and a steel lock bar insert. Very, very smooth, phenomenal thumb stud action and flipper tab action. It has a somewhat of a minimal flipper tab, but it's really comfortable doing the push button or the light switch. It is basically a full grip knife, but it's like right on the cuffs of, I guess, being not small, but it's definitely a medium size knife, but a damn attractive knife for sure. The one problem I have is, like you can see, there's no pocket clip. So that is my biggest thing. It does come with a slip or whatever, you know, something you can, you know, carry, but not a clip. Next is, this is from KASS brand. Now this one is the Paladin. The Paladin is, my goodness, this thing is gorgeous. We have, I believe this is zirconium. Not 100%. It actually might be just titanium. Actually, I might be wrong about that. But we have a hollow ground sheep's foot blade, nice thinly ground, deep hollow grind, beautiful two-tone blade with like this vapor blast on the hollow and then the satin on the flats. Then we have the titanium with a titanium liner, and then look at the texturing. This has an incredible lock bar access. I love this lock bar, and it is ridiculously smooth. Like, it has this glassiness that is just so satisfying. Titanium mill pocket clip, titanium floating backspacer, and it is a front flipper only, but it has the perfect jimping for a front flipper. If you're going to do a front flipper only, this is the one you want, because this is easy as it gets. It is so easy to front flip this knife. It's beautiful, beautiful design, beautiful execution, great ergonomics, phenomenal pinch grip, and yeah, just an absolute gorgeous design. And all of these knives also, by the way, have different versions as far as materials, color combos, and whatnot. Some of these are discontinued, but most of these are available. Next, we have another one from KASS brand. This is the Black Swan. And the Black Swan, you know, like I said, also comes in like a Timascus version and whatnot. This one is the zirconium version. You can see zirconium because it also has Timascus clip and pivot. But you can see, and if you notice, it doesn't have any hardware in the pivot. Isn't that cool? But if you look, zirconium kind of has like it has a hue to it, like a purplish greenish hue. Like if you look back at this one, you can really see it, especially if it's polished. Now, if it's not polished, you don't get the effect as much. See how it has like a greenish purplish hue? Well, this is not as polished as the other one. So this one has like a machine, I don't know, machine satin or something in it. Anyways, we have, again, the blasted finish on this full flat ground blade that's very thin behind the edge. Nice. So I'm typically not a fan of blasted blades as far as the blade goes, but this is different. This is not a regular blast. This is like a, I don't know, a vapor blast or something. It's definitely not your typical blast. Then, like I said, we have a zirconium or zircotai pocket clip. I'm not sure if it's Timascus or zircotai. Have something in my pivot. But very good access to the lock bar, super duper smooth. And if you look, the thumb studs are star shaped or flower shaped, whichever one you want to say, and they work great. Nice and grippy. They're small, but they are good. And then you have the front flipper. Now the front flipper, I don't think is, I don't know if they were intending to make, I guess they were intending for it to be a front flipper. The front flipper is not the best, but it does work, obviously, but the thumb studs are where it's at. Very unique shape. And again, man, they did such a good job with the smoothness of this thing. I like how the backspacer peeks out like that. That's pretty cool as well. Okay, this next one is by FENDLI, and it is a gorgeous piece. Look at the bearing system in this. So it has roller bearings, and see how they send extras? Love to see this. This is what all companies should do. I definitely need to start doing that as well with some of my knives. But this is a beautiful, beautiful knife with this beautiful drop point. Again, some sort of blasted finish. I'm not sure if it's a vapor blast. Then we have a Zircotai. I believe it's Zircotai. Because of the grays, it makes me think it's Zircotai. It could be Damascus, but beautiful. I love this. This is like my favorite kind of Damascus, Zircotai, whatever you want to call it. With the blues, the reds, the purples, and that gray, I think that looks sick. When you can get a lot of oranges too, that's really cool. But I just love the ones that have the gray. Ceramic ball clip that also is Zircotai or Damascus. You can see the inlays are screwed in from the inside. No hardware pretty much except for on this side. On this side it is 0. Then we have a backspacer with a nice little, you know, I don't know, groove in it for, you know, just a little bit more attractive. And then we have a front flipper, which works pretty well. Now, I'll say that because it has 2 deployments, I would say this is a great front flipper because you also have the reverse and thumb flick. Unlike the last one, which was well, not the last one, but the one right here that was only a front flipper. This one's front flipper is definitely better, but this one's still really good. So, you know, no worries there. And you can use this right or left-handed. The only thing is the clip is not reversible. But what a gorgeous piece, right? Talk about it's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And look at this hank that came with it. Man, it's really good material. I like this. You can tell, like, you know, when you get hanks when they're cheaply made and then when they're made really, really well. Beautiful pouch. Yeah, that's a cool piece. Now, this next one is a discontinued model. So let me just say that right now. I'm not sure. The other one might be discontinued too that I just showed. This is another one from FENDLI. And this one has if you look, a Damascus ball in it. And if you just look at it, it looks like it's floating. Also a Damascus clip. And look at that backspacer. What a cool backspacer, right? And it is a liner lock with an exposed subliner lock, I guess you could say. Flipping action and hole action with the reverse or thumb flick. Both of them are great. Both of them are amazing. Lots of contact points with all these holes. Nice and comfortable in the hand. I'm not even sure what to call this blade shape, but it's pretty cool. But my goodness, look at that floating ball. What a cool, cool piece. Definitely something that takes a lot of precision and a lot of work to pull off. Now, if you look, what it is they are flat on one side and they're screwed in from the inside, which is a pretty cool, nifty idea. And again, I'm not sure about the bearings on this one, if there's regular bearings or what, but it is very, very smooth once again. You know, like with that last one with the roller bearings, you know, you can really tell that there's something different about a lot of these, whether it's just the quality or if it actually is the bearing system. They're doing some really cool stuff. Now, this is a satin blade. Beautiful satin. Look at that. Look at the grind. Even like on the hole deployment, how it has that, like that cutout. That is so cool, man. Good access to that lock bar. What an attractive blade, man. Very, very attractive. So that is my collection of, you know, it's between KASS, FENDLI, RIKE, and Forever Steel. But, you know, this new model is the Forever Steel model. This is the one that just came out. The reason why we're creating this video. So if you want to check this one out or any of the other knives you've seen in this video, definitely click the link down in the description. I'll have everything down there. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.